Once upon a time, a master and his disciple were strolling on the beach by ocean. It was a cold day. The wind was blowing strongly over the ocean and high waves were rising. After walking for some time, Master stopped, looked at his disciple and asked, "What does this ocean remind you of?" The disciple answered, "Master, it reminds me of my mind and its restless thoughts." Master said, "Yes, mind is just like a water. It is still, but blow of the wind creates waves in it. As the blow of the wind creates waves in it, similarly, thoughts of the mind create stir in it and then produce waves of desire and fear in it." Then Master asked, "Okay, tell me now, would you like to be on a boat in middle of such a stormy ocean?" The disciple replied, "No sir, I won't be." Master said, "You are right, but in real, you are there all the time within this storm, and most of the people are on the rudderless boat in middle of a stormy ocean, even if they do not realize it. Mind of most people is very restless. All kinds of thoughts keep coming to their mind incessantly, and thus agitating their mind just like ocean waves." Disciple kept listening to the master. After a pause of few seconds, Master again asked the disciple, "Can you calm the water by holding it and not moving it?" The disciple shook his head and expressed his inability. Master looked at his disciple, smiled and said, "My dear, to calm the ocean, it is necessary to stop the wind. Your thoughts, desires and fears are like wind and you need to calm them down. You learn to control them by controlling your attention, focus and actions. And then ocean of your mind would be calm." Then Master said, "Suppose it is possible for ocean to disregard the wind. What would happen then?" Disciple replied, "Master, if it happens, then waves would cease." Master said, "You see, my son, in real, you can't control wind in nature, but you can calm down the wind in your mind, which makes ocean of your mind restless." Disciple asked, "Master, if I can succeed in calming the wind of my mind, would I be able to bring more peace and calmness into the world around me?" Master replied, "Son, learn to focus on your mind. Develop willpower and self-discipline and learn to meditate. When you can control your mind and make it peaceful, you will have more control over your life. However, don't focus on changing the outside world. Focus on changing and calming your inner world. After you are able to control your inner world, you would be able to control the world around you." If we see in our lives, we will find that, in fact, nature of our mind is not restless, but just like wind creates waves in the ocean, similarly, our thoughts create restlessness in our mind. And then, that restlessness of the mind creates waves of many types of desires, fear, greed, and jealousy in our mind, which makes our mind even more restless. And the root of all this are thoughts of the mind, which creates all kind of desires and emotions in our mind. Just as it is very difficult to control the wind, similarly, it is very difficult to control the thoughts of our mind. Expert says that a human mind thinks of more than 60,000 thoughts in a day. These thoughts are further divided into 3 categories: positive thoughts, negative thoughts, and waste thoughts. Most of the people must have heard about positive and negative thoughts, but only a few might have heard about waste thoughts. But surprisingly, most of the thoughts that come to our mind are waste thoughts. And most of the waste thoughts are converted into negative thoughts after some time. For example, suppose you are reading a news about increasing unemployment in the society. After a while, you started associating that news with yourself and started thinking, what if I got unemployed? How will I manage my household expenses? How will I pay my EMIs? If this happens, I will be homeless and will come on the road. And then I will start begging. Now, one thought led to the another, and another thought led to another, and so on. And thinking like this, your mind became restless, your blood pressure increased, and you felt the need to go to the doctor. Now, where did it start? You just read a news, and a waste thought arose in your mind, in which you associated yourself with that news. And after some time, that waste thought turned into a negative thought, and your mind became restless. Now, the only way to avoid these types of useless thoughts is you become aware of your thoughts. Just try to be witness to your mind all the time. If you became aware, then you can easily ignore these useless thoughts arising in your mind before it can disturb your mind. And to become aware, you need to practice meditation. In my previous video, I have explained about 6 ways to stop thoughts and live in the present moment. If you have not seen that video, then you can find its link in the I button. In the end, I would like to say only that just learn to control the thoughts of your mind, because life becomes much easier when you keep your mind at peace.